Mr. Stevens is getting a needed infusion treatment. He's capable of taking care of himself and his wife at home, but he must stay in a nursing home to receive the necessary infusion therapy for 6 weeks.
How you feeling, Dad? They treating you okay in here?
It's nice. Very nice people. But to tell you the truth, I'm going a little crazy in here.
Oh, Dad. I'm worried about you. And I'm even more worried about Mom. She's lost without you. She's so confused.
What do you mean? Confused how? Is she okay?
Dad, without you, she's lost. She forgets to take her medications. I even think she forgets to eat without having you help her prepare the meals. I've been checking on her as much as I can. I just don't know what to do. I have to go out of town next week on a business trip.
This is terrible. Can't believe I'm stuck in here for 6 weeks of treatment. This is not right. I shouldn't even be here.
The only reason Mr. Stevens is in a nursing home is because Medicare would not fully reimburse him for his infusion therapy at home. He cannot afford to pay for the treatments on his own.
Mrs. Donovan, I wanted to discharge you today, but you'll need to continue with your infusion therapy for a few more weeks.
But doctor, you said I could go home.
Well, you could, but I understand that you can't afford the treatments. It's essential that you continue to receive the medication.
But I have Medicare.
That's just it. You can do the therapy at home, but Medicare doesn't cover it. It's a shame, but unless you can afford to pay for it yourself, you'll have to stay here in the hospital.
No. I have heard so many stories of infections you can get while in the hospital. Wouldn't I be safer at home?
Mrs. Donovan's immune system is compromised because of her cancer treatments. She is right to be concerned.
I wish I could send you home, but Medicare's limiting our options.
Mrs. Baxter's daughter has been driving her 100 miles round trip every day for her infusion treatments.
Dr. Korn, I don't think I can make it today. The weather's terrible.
You know, you need your infusion treatment every day. If you miss even one day, your treatment may not be effective.
Well, it's not just about the weather. My daughter has to drive me every day, and she's had to take off so much time from work. I'm afraid that she might lose her job.
I understand your concerns. Ideally, you would just have the therapy at home.
I know, but I'm on Medicare on a fixed income. I just don't have the money. I was told that Medicare would not cover the cost at home. What can I do?
Like so many other Americans, Mrs. Baxter thought all the hard work she and her late husband put in when they were younger meant they would have solid health coverage when they needed it.
I can have a social worker call and try to help you and your daughter figure something out. But the only other realistic option would be a temporary stay in a nursing home. As crazy as it sounds, even though it costs much more, Medicare would actually cover those expenses.
Older and disabled Americans on Medicare who need infusion treatments encounter these types of challenges every day. But because Medicare doesn't adequately cover the professional clinical services, equipment, and supplies at home, it means unnecessary hospital and nursing home stays that tax the whole healthcare system and places an unbearable strain on American families.